Hello friends, this is Coldrun, back with Dragon Age Inquisition, and we're about to climb to the top of that thing. I didn't actually even notice this until just now, so right now we're at, oops, wrong button, wrong game, on the Meridian's Trail, follow the spire path to an ancient ruin. But what is this? Oh, this is another one of those friggin' things. I'm gonna pull it and just be like that. My party members are gonna annoy me. They're gonna be like, that's not, sorry, that's not what you hoped for. Like, I don't know what I'm hoping for. I'm just pulling a thing.
We need to try something else.
That didn't quite work as planned. I'm not planning anything. I don't know what we're trying something else for. Anyway, enough of me whining about that. Let's get to whining about other stuff. Ooh, what's that? A plant. Maybe. Yes, a plant. Okay. So we're climbing up here. Let's see what we can find. Hakkonites?
The jaws of Hakkon must be guarding this place for a reason.
To get a whooping. Oh, get blocked. Oh, never mind. I got blocked you once. I wasn't expecting you to go for a full whirly-do. Hakkonite Bowman goes down. And let me kill you so I can get a bunch of health back. Yeah. Oh, God, that never gets old, seeing just how much I get back there. Never gets old. Okay. Alright, so what are you guarding? What could they need this ruin for? Like, is it... I guess maybe it could be... I don't know, it's got to have something to do with summoning Hakkon, with summoning Hakkon as an embodiment of something. Okay. Okay, that champion has a lot of health. A lot of health. We got an Avar War Maul. What is this? So pretty good. Actually, very good. No, nothing special about it. Except, does it look cool? Yes, it does look cool. Oh, that's like double wolf heads or something. Very nice. Alright, what's here? Ooh, this is a camp? Or a fast travel point, at least.
This is brilliant. This must be what the spirit meant. Excellent find. From what I can see, this is an ancillary station. Likely a scouting post for the larger structure to the east. What can it tell us about where Inquisitor Ameridan went?
I got Professor Kenric here safely. The rest is up to you.
Lady Harding was
Thank you,
quite
Harding.
nimble in the wilderness.
I'll be watching to make sure the Hakkonites don't come back.
You are fantastic, Harding. You're always the best. Let's see what's up here. Are these graves? No. Is this a puzzle? Yes.
This is Tevinter, from well before the last Inquisitor's time. I understand they use such tiles as locks. Interesting, though not likely related to Ameridan.
Alright, so we have to get it so that only the middle lights up. So touching one does what? Does it alter the things around it? It does. Oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to get this. There's like no chance I'm going to be able to get this. Okay, so we want this. Okay, let's think a little bit. Not a lot. I don't want to endanger myself, but let me think a little bit. How do we touch it so that all the outsides are off? Oh wait, there's two locks. So one is that all the outsides are on, the other is all the outsides are off. I have no idea. I have no earthly idea. All right, so this should turn everything off, right? But do I want to do that? Like, oh, so let's reset. This turns everything off. Right, this turns that on. What happens if we click all four corners then? That turns everything on. Pull, I'm guessing, resets it.
Brilliant. Look at that.
Okay, so I got all the outsides done. So I don't know what I did there. Like, I was trying different patterns because I figured one of them would work. So I wish I could claim to be the smartest man on the planet, and I don't feel like I can claim that. I might be in the top 5, but I'm not the smartest. Right, Hakkon's Mercy. A dagger I will never use. Oh, too bad. It looks pretty good. To end the suffering of those dying on the battlefield, Hakkon has granted the gift of his mercy to warriors and skywatchers. The dead belong to the Lady of the Skies, of course, but it is Hakkon who releases them to her first. So what does this look like? I can't see it on him, but maybe on Sarah. Yeah, it's a fierce-looking weapon. Dull, but fierce. Alright, the second time. How do we do this? No idea. Let's try touching all these things. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did it, yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Look at that.
So I couldn't math it out, but those seemed like likely patterns to try. And I was right. Because I am, in fact, the smartest person in the world. Refined Battle Mage Mail. Ooh, tier 4. Examine. I was about to miss you altogether. Hello, Dragonface. Tevinter Carving. The Dragon of Mystery, return to us, we beg you. Your servants falter. The paths ahead are lost in darkness, and those who walk them find only ruin. Those who should guide us instead wage war upon each other, vying for a throne that does not exist. This is a Tevinter carving, not an Avar carving. Those who should guide us instead wage war upon each other, vying for a throne that does not exist. The blood of the sacrifices that seeps into the stone here shall be the only truth we reveal in the end. I know that this whole game we're kind of on the backtrack of the Tevinter. Like so many of these ruins are Tevinter ruins and all, but still I'm not sure what to make of all this. Anything here I missed? That doesn't look like it. Okay, on me press. That's not a Fade Rift, that's like the sort of time capsule thing we saw in with Talana. I think that was her name, with the spirit imitating the lover. Find a way to take down the barrier.
This is Elven. I believe it's the word for light.
What's
it's
the word for
some
light?
sort of clue to this barrier. Not sure how.
Who said that? Where are you? What's the word for light? Where are you seeing words? On here, maybe? Is that the word for light?
Theneros. The Elven word for dream, I think.
Elven word for dream. Do I have to hit it with magic? No, it doesn't look right. Is this where this comes into play? It'd be kind of random. I don't think so.
Not happening.
Oh, you are so annoying. Not you specifically, just everyone who chides me for trying that friggin' thing. Alright, let's look around here. Veilfire. Okay, this looks promising. This is probably the way to do it then. Let's unveil the truth, I guess you could say. I guess it's not even a pun, that's just the reason it's called Veilfire. Pop.
Oh, well done. Well done indeed.
Are you going to turn out evil, Kenric?
Something you don't see every day.
A pair of shrines. This one is clearly Andrastian, albeit from a very early period, likely pre-divine. But this is Elven. One of their gods. What was it?
Solus?
Every mother
Unchaman?
finds Druffalo among sleeping juniper groves. G something. The one with the deer.
That would be Gillenon, mother of the Hollow.
Yes! Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that would have bothered me all day.
2 shrines for 2 lovers. Inquisitor Ameridan and Talana. Maybe Talana was an elf.
Oh, yes. That's good. The Chantry expunged references to elves before the Exalted March on the Dales. They erased the Canticle of Shartan. They must have done the same to Talana.
That's offensive, that's normal. Yeah, I mean, this is history. I mean, of course, it's pretty gross of them to have erased those, but...
Do you think this is where Ameridan died?
No, this was a site of preparation, not burial. Ameridan and Talana put up this shrine together.
Look at those flowers. They're not native to the area. What if they were left at the shrine as an offering?
Yes, a night of prayer before battle against the dragon. But then where? Where? We're missing something. What are we missing? Oh, where did you go?
So I don't really think he's evil, but he gives me at least a little bit of vibes of... Oh, what's that? I don't remember the person. The villain in the first Harry Potter book. The guy who was like... who acted all weak and weird, and then... Like, it turned out he had Voldemort, like, on the back of his head. It gives me some of those vibes. Alright, so... Could be a puzzle, but those are just... same icons. Look for more clues. Aha, so maybe those will be
Professor,
something...
look at this. Shartan 10-7 and Transfigurations 10-1.
It's my eyes.
Shartan is dissonant. And before them, empty, outstretched, lay the land which led to the gates of Minrathous. And Transfigurations is, the light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world. Why these verses? Why would Inquisitor Ameridan take the time to carve this before going into battle?
So those ballistas that we see probably will channel this fire, like, as that is metaphorically suggesting, as the passages are metaphorically suggesting. And it'll probably be used... Yeah, so that makes sense.
The gates of Minrathous. Isn't there a Tevinter fortress in the area?
Yes? Oh, of course! The ritual site! To seal the dragon away, Ameridan's elven mage must have used a spell at a site of great power.
My scouts have checked the fortress. It's sealed behind a wall of ice. It has to be magic.
Let's look around. Ameridan found a way through that ice, so that way should be nearby.
And so is this where these come into play? Must be, right? It's gotta be.
It's no good.
I really thought that it would work this time. Okay. Let's keep looking. More clues. More clues, more clues, more clues. Maybe something to do with that thing up top? So maybe it has to do with that thing over there with those two lit up things. Let's try... I don't know what we're going to try, but maybe something to do with this? Can we, like, light this? Fuel. Or pull? Yeah. Okay, what is this coming? Whoa,
Light
okay.
shall lead her safely through the paths of this world.
Brilliant! When the Imperium abandoned this fortress, they left the wall of ice to lock the door behind them?
And every lock has a key.
Like these trail markers. Ameridan must have known how to use them. If they can melt through the ice, that must be where Ameridan sealed away the dragon.
I'll follow the markers and see what we can find.
Okay. Activate the trail marker. So this is... I thought it was going to be like a ballista. But it looks like that's not the case. It looks like it's just a marker. Whoop. Again, wrong game, wrong jump button. Marie, what do you really do? Aha. It's like the astrariums. It's going to point somewhere. Bop. Perfect. Very smart. Smart for me to take that damage. Alright, we got Veilfire, but it doesn't look like it does anything here. Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe, oh, you know, I was mistaken. I was being a Dunkus McGee. So we have to go even further up. This was just, it wasn't something we have to light here. It's something that points the way to something that's farther ahead. The next, not ballista. The next trail marker. So do we, I don't think we probably don't even need Veilfire to light it. Yeah, so it's going to direct me to
Are
all
we
of them.
certain these trail markers will burn through this wall of ice around the fortress?
Given that the trail markers retain enough energy to illuminate one another, I see no reason to worry.
No ice, still a wall. What about that?
Oh, shit. Well. Alright, so there's number 3. And I've seen these all over, but I'm really glad that it's not making me just randomly hunt for them again. Yeah, so we're going to keep chasing them. Let's go get them. Right, so next one is by this wrecked house. Zapparoni, and points us way down there. I'm going to risk teleporting, and I'm just going to hope that it doesn't screw me over. No, I'll just run.
Ugh, water everywhere. Everything is dank and chafy.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a great place to spend a lot of time. I don't like swamp. I have never been to a swamp, but I imagine I wouldn't find it pleasant. So we discovered a new area just now. What is it? The rock spit? The rock pit, maybe? I was going to say, I wonder why it's called that, but it's probably because there's a pit of rocks nearby. I see the next one in the distance there. Okay. I know where it's going. I know where we're going. So there's some Hakkonites guarding this. I wonder if that's because they know what this is for, or if it's just because they're big punks and they just like fighting, and they just happen to be here and the game needs enemies. I feel like it's probably the latter. I don't think it's... We're taking this as a sign that they're here to stop us, specifically from this. Cliffside Path. We meet again. This is probably my third time by this one, but now I can actually use it, and it feels so good. Yeah, now you're doing something.
The road is not a road anymore. Find another way, yeah?
Why do we need a road? We could just walk along the rocks. Oh. Oh, shh! I am okay. I'm totally fine.
Have you ever had any interest in learning magic, Sarah?
Get off.
While it has not manifested naturally, there are ways to determine whether arcane gifts lie dormant within you.
What? Don't make me think about that. I have to sleep at night.
Sleeping would give you the chance to explore the Fade. I could introduce you to spirits.
I can't think of anything
Right,
she
you're
wants to
messing
do
with
less.
me on purpose.
Why would I do that? It is not as though I know who filled my bedroll with lizards.
Fair point. That was pretty good.
See, Eve, I like that. So it's funny. It brings out a different side of Solus too. Like he screws around a little bit more. Not a lot more, but a little bit more. Yeah, so we took a little bit of a roundabout path to get here. Still not sure how to get there, but I figure that'll open up once we get to this northern part of the zone. Or maybe I just missed it. Alright. I think this should be the last of them. Maybe one more, but I'm hoping this will be the last. Yeah, so I will, Fortress Gates, I'll be very surprised if this isn't the last of them. Because this should be able to blast a hole in the ice from here. Oh, never mind. I forgot there was that one last one.
We are almost to the fortress.
Alright, just cleared out some more Hakkonites. And we are moving on to the final one here. To the final one of these trail markers. Though I don't think this is going to be a simple trail marker. I think this is going to be a boom thing. Also, I worry that I missed something because... like, about how to get there specifically, because this quest is to find Kenric's assistant. But she wouldn't have been able to get to there if it requires breaking through the ice wall, but I don't know. I'll worry about that later. Okay. Meriden's End. Speak with Svara's son
Your
here.
gods are weak, Inquisitor! You will see the power of Hakkon when we destroy the lowlands!
This fortress is too well fortified for a direct assault. We must find some other way inside. Perhaps the Avar at Stone Bear Hold will have a suggestion.
Okay, let's go check with Stone Bear Hold. I really didn't think that anyone would be behind there. I guess they've had
an army to breach these walls? We will destroy you all!
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be our answer. I think it's going to be something more subterfuge or a secret way in or something like that. Did I just miss this entirely? Was this a whole path I just entirely missed? Maybe I can get up there. I'm looking for a way to reach this thing. To reach the Worthy of Publication quest. So maybe not here. Maybe I have to cross the rock face above us somehow. Or maybe this is just discovered Anderson Pass. Yeah, I just totally missed this. Okay. So this might open up this particular quest to me. Yep, 100%. 100% I was just being a dunkus. Meet Colette at the Deventer ruins. Sorry to have left you hanging, Colette. I feel bad about that. Because we should have found you a while ago, but we didn't because I have
This must be where
bad
Kenric's
eyesight.
assistant came to study.
Nigel's Point. I absolutely cannot wait to survey and explore Nigel's Point. This was one of the ruins through the explorer Sir Nigel visited on his travels through the Frostbacks. So much of what I've learned of this region comes from his notes and sketches. It's appalling to me how little recognition he's received, compared to that brother Genetivi, or even the peddler of Pablum, Filium, a bard. Oh my god, they're referencing the Codex notes. I wonder if I could discover the original purpose of Nigel's Point. Its ancient Deventer name, of course, has been lost, but I'm certain it was built and dedicated to an old god. I wonder which one. If I could learn this, of course Harding gives me a severe look every time I suggest I could just stroll over one morning. She insists it's much too dangerous. She worries too much. No, she doesn't. You're going to be dead. From Colette's research journal. Oh gosh, if you're disregarding Harding, then you're like dead. That's one of the worst ideas ever. Why would you ever not listen to Harding? I guess maybe you just don't like living. Maybe that's why you won't listen to Harding. You're alive. This is...
You may want to see this.
I did not expect this. Okay, let's read first. The Hunt of the Fell Wolf. The runner strode the winding road, and out of breath came she, upon the bastion of the huntsman true, to make her desperate plea. Meriden in dragon's hide, Haran clad in blessed steel, came forth to hear the tidings brought with so much breathless zeal. Upon the lonely moors, the runner cried, a loathsome beast now dwells. As day gives way to night, it strikes, all in its path it fells. 3 souls bravely led out the darkening moor to see as sun slipped neath the sighing heath. The hunter's guides did flee. The moon crept o'er the heather as a terrible cry released in silver light. The hunters saw the arrival of the beast. Favored like a wolf it was, in size like woodsman's death. Within its eyes burned eldritch fire, the fade in every breath. Swift as thought the hunters struck. The demon wolf fell back, but mortal strength alone could not prevent the beast's attack. With one huge paw, the monstrous thing struck a Meriden the brave. Across the moor he flew, fell into a watery grave. Jaws like a dragon's clamped down tight round Haran's armored chest, and the night it sped away from moonlight to the west. And with the night it sped away from moonlight to the west. No living eye was there to see it. From peaty swamp arise a Meriden, who found himself alone neath darkened skies. The shattered shield of Haran he found upon the moor. In grief a Meriden did his vengeance swear. The beast's head he would procure. This is intense. This is some Beowulf shit. Whilst the wolf across the moor bore Haran to its lair, a labyrinth of winding cave any mortal should beware. By warm light in the twisting cave, Haran bravely fought to free himself from death's own jaws before his life was naught. With blade arm free, the knight struck true into the monster's eye. Oh shit! And off it fled into the dark with otherworldly cry. The wounded knight in darkness found within the cavern's gloom an idol carved of fade-touched stone, which could prove the monster's doom. Is this going to be something we can use to defeat Hakkon? A Meriden all alone did seek the demon wolf's fresh trail, and to the cave he came prepared a wolf's heart to impale. Down the winding cave he sought the beast that slew his friend, and in the eerie wormlight met the beast at cavern's end. With burning blade a Meriden and monster met again, whilst elsewhere did Haran valiantly with demon wards contend. As demon stone was shattered, a Meriden struck true. Beast and spirit both failed at once, though neither hunter knew. So even though they didn't know each other's tactics, they both struck the killing blow at once in both areas. Oh, that's awesome. In both realms. Now wounded and in darkness, hunters separate made their way from the bottom of the cavern toward rising light of day. A Meriden found Haran stumbling, wounded from the cave, and both rejoiced to find the other yet free from the grave. As night passed into day, the two did tales of valor spin, And to this very day, each claims that he alone did win. This is lovely. That's a Merredin's awesome. That's a cool little story.
Inquisitor, I was going to send word. I found something. This inscription, almost completely faded, but two stood. Felt 60 true before our triumph. A breath in the hunt, and let rest the lowlanders, worthy of the lady's care. The markings and surrounding artifacts date to Merredin's time. The references and scripts suggest Avar.
What's your theory?
I need to complete a full survey and have Professor Kenric evaluate the site himself. But this may be a tribute to Heron and Orina, Inquisitor Merredin's companions.
Heron and Orina. Okay.
What makes you think the inscription refers to Heron and Orina?
It's only a theory, but the age of the markings and surrounding artifacts match the timeline we've established for Merredin. We know that Merredin and his companions came into violent contact with the Avar. I found glass fragments in the clay, several with slight veins of discoloration. Blue. Like Templar artifacts.
Templars.
The Templars were a new order in Merredin's time. Given their small numbers then, few would be found outside the Chantry's reach. It's unusual to find one deep in uncharted territory, unless he traveled here for a purpose, as Heron would have.
Let me ask about Orina, because Heron I heard about it.
What can you tell me about Orina?
Orina was an alchemist in Orzammar. It's said she met Merredin while dealing with a demon, but it's not known why Merredin was there. Demons aren't common in the deep roads, but they were a problem for the Inquisition at the time. Orina knew she could help, so she joined Merredin.
If she left Orzammar, that would make her a surfacer.
She turned her back on the stone, though it's said she had few regrets. Some claim she was actually from one of Orzammar's noble families, but who can say?
Yeah, this is really old history.
She never used her last name on the surface, and once exiled, the family likely struck her name from personal documents. Professor Kenric petitioned Orzammar's Shaperate to grant access to their records, but the request was turned down.
What do you know about Heron?
When the Templar Order was first formed, Sir Heron was among its members. He's arguably the most famous of the original Templars, though he was never one of their leaders. He's better known as one of Inquisitor Merredin's confidants. They'd known each other since youth.
So they were close. Friends.
When Merredin was made Inquisitor, Heron's position in his inner circle was assumed. A few ballads about them survive. The type with adventures and happy endings. I don't know if they're true. They remind me of my brothers, though.
So I think they're just friends. Could be romantic, but I'm not sure.
What happened here?
Merredin and his companions fought the original Jaws of Hakkon. They were outnumbered, but Merredin had a sworn duty. Could Merredin and Talana be skilled enough to slip past the Jaws of Hakkon? What if someone had to buy them time?
I feel like that's going to be our tactic for breaking into that fortress too.
If this is the resting place of Heron and Orina, it only remains because the Avar took time to honor them.
Hakkon is a god of war. If the Jaws of Hakkon worshipped him, they may have respected those embodying the ideal warrior. This is the original version of the cult, of course. I can't speak of its current followers.
What will you do with this information?
Professor Kenric will expect detailed notes on the location, stone and clay samples, and any trace artifacts I can find. If Merredin's history is compiled, this could be worth an entire chapter. I might get credit on the inside cover.
A very academic concern.
Thank you, Colette.
Inquisitor.
An appeal to the Shaperate operation available. Okay. So let me do one more thing this session. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to talk to Svara Sunhair, but next time we'll probably start out in sending it out the mission table then. to follow up on this quest. Alright, Svara. What thoughts on this whole thing do you have? I guess you're gonna... I have a feeling she's gonna be like, will distract them and you sneak in the back door or something.
You have our blades, Inquisitor.
Let us begin the assault. Okay, no, so we're coming to the end game.
Later. Walk with the lady's blessing.
So actually then, let me, as my last thing here, how many other side quests do I have? Gets to the hold. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, though. Because it seems like I'm about to... I guess this is a question for y'all. If this is something I'm supposed to take action on, then please let me know. Because it sounds like I'm about... It sounds like I'm coming really close to just wrapping up the DLC. So yeah, if there's actually something else I should be doing with that guest to the whole thing, let me know and I will... If I'm not going to come across it naturally. Like, so before I wrap this session up, let me actually just send this mission off at the War Council table so that it'll be ready next time. I have not been here in a minute. So this will be for Reldon. An appeal to the... There's two more things. Okay, let's take all three out then. An appeal to the Shaper. While historical documents shed light on Orina's time as Inquisitor and Meriden's companion, little is known of her early life in Orzammar. The Orzammar Shaperate contains an invaluable wealth of knowledge pertaining to the Tyg's past. Professor Kenric has made several requests to study their records, all of which were denied. As an ally of the Inquisition, or hiccups, Orzammar may be more than willing to answer a petition from Skyhold. Josephine, we can send ambassadors to Orzammar to make the request. The right gifts to the right people may expedite the process. Liliana, information for information. Then I have reports on Carda. Information for information then. I have reports on Carda activity the king may find interesting. I'm going to go with this because I think even with our allyship, I think they're really reluctant to open up in any way, shape, or form about like the names that have been struck. Let's go with Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
AKA my choice for future pope. Send relics of Tear to Bright Axe. Oh, good that I did also. Oh, never mind. The Avar of Stonebear Hold greatly respect Tear to Bright Axe, the legendary founder of the Avar. Yeah, I remember reading all sorts of confusing poems about her. An earlier search located the spot where many of Tear to Bright Axe's position were left. Her body, of course, had been destroyed in accordance with how the Avar deal with their dead. While her weapon, apparently a mage's staff rather than an axe, may no longer be available, Stonebear Hold would likely appreciate other relics found at the site. Liliana, the burial site is undisturbed except for the staff we've removed. Let us tell the Avar where the site is so they can find it themselves. It shows our respect for their culture. I'd like to. Josephine, the Avar respect gifts. If we present Tyrda's relics with ceremony, they'll be grateful. That sounds just as good.
At your service.
And there's one more. Send Skywatcher to Stonebear Hold. I'm glad this gives Cullen a chance to do literally anything. Skywatcher, the Avar healer we encountered in the Fallow Mire. Oh, I remember that guy. Is evidently respected across many holds as a wise and practical man. He has expressed an interest in seeing Stonebear Hold. Having him pay the hold a visit on behalf of the Inquisition might garner more respect with them. Josephine, that sounds right. Josephine, let us send Skywatcher to Stonebear Hold as an honored guest. There'll be celebration on both sides. Skywatcher is from a different hold. Some friendly competition and tests of strength will bring both sides together. I agree with Colin.
To work?
So that's going to be it for me for now. Next time we will pick those War Council missions up, get the results, and then head for what I assume will be one of the final sessions of Jaws of Hakkon. Maybe I'm wrong, but I assume it certainly feels like we're getting close to the end. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.